5 o'clock in the morning. Whose bright idea is it to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Ugh. Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Where the Heck Are the Albans? And where the heck are the Albans?
We're on the wrong side of a sunrise.
We are. It is 5 o'clock in the morning, and we are on our way to Iowa. So, I will turn back on the camera. I won't bore you with the big long trip to Iowa because it's gonna take us what? How many hours? 3 hours? About 3 hours?
5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. 4.
And there ain't no time change or nothing. So
luckily we got a book.
Yes, so we're gonna listen to a book on tape, and when we get to Iowa,
left at the stop sign.
You
take the first right.
We're gonna turn left at the stop sign.
I'm gonna turn right at the left of the stop
And
line.
then we'll be in Iowa. And then we're gonna go.
And we'll be in Iowa.
No, we won't be in Iowa.
Okay, well, for you guys we will be. So stay tuned. We're gonna go just see a bunch of stuff in Iowa. Becky, guess what we're about to cross?
Mississippi.
The old man. The old miss.
Every time.
Old Mountain River. We are about to cross over into Iowa.
Iowa.
So we are at our first stop in Iowa. It is a town called Brandon, Iowa, and their claim to fame is they have the largest frying pan in Iowa. Not in the world, but the largest frying pan in Iowa is here. Dun, 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 dun. This was made for a festival here in Brandon, and they were able to cook up 44 dozen eggs and 85 pounds of bacon in it, I believe. So there's some information on it right here. It was built in 2004 by several local men to promote Brandon's Cowboy Festival. It took 41 hours of volunteer labor hours to construct it and was modeled to scale after a 10-inch cast iron frying pan. So a 10-inch frying pan holds 4 pork chops. This one holds 352. And oh, here it is. It was 528 eggs, or 44 dozen, that's what I said, 176 pounds of pork chops, and 88 pounds of bacon.
Oh, look at that.
Look
And
at
one
that.
Vivian.
And one Vivi. Look at it, could fit probably
Couple Vivians.
10 Vivies. What do you think?
No, 5.
Ha ha. So there's really no address to the largest frying pan in Brandon, Iowa, but if you type into a GPS the Brandon Area Community Center, then it will bring you right here for a nice photo op. Everybody's driving around these little four-wheelers, like everybody in the town, and everybody's so friendly and everybody's waving here. So Becky's taking pictures with her new professional camera, and
Professional, but better than what I had.
yeah. But what I'll do is she'll download them, and I'll post all the pictures that she's taken on this trip. Okay, so next we are in Ames, Iowa, and the biggest thing around Ames is, of course, the University of
Iowa State.
Iowa State University. So, but there is a sculpture here on the corner of Grand Avenue and Lincoln Way that is pretty darn cool. Let's take a look at it. It's entitled Woman's Head by artist Patton, and it was made in 1999.
It's pretty cool.
And this is what we're looking at. Look at her. Wow. She is pretty cool. All made out of metal. So apparently there was one here that was made of wood, and it rotted and fell into disrepair, so they took it down and the artist remade it in metal.
And it kind of looks like it's made out of wood.
Yeah, that's the neat thing. Yeah, but it is definitely metal. She is pretty darn cool, I must say. So normally when we're riding around and we like to eat local. We don't like fast food, things like that.
Chain restaurants.
We don't like chain restaurants because we like to support the local communities as we're driving around. Well, because of the coronavirus, things like that, a lot of places you can't go in, sit down, things like that. But we found this place in Ames, and
It's apparently only good in Iowa. It's only in Iowa.
it's only in Iowa, so we're trying it, and it is excellent. It is called Bebop's.
Better than good.
Better than good. It's burgers, fries, and colas, and you can go to www.bebops-bops.com. But here is the fries.
Oh, there's extra fries in the bag.
Ooh, I love bag fries. So there's the there are the fries, and then this is the double burger that we're looking at here. And Becky got a single, but she got hers with like everything on it. Yeah. And,
It's delicious.
I got the half pound, which is the two quarter pounds together. Really good. Really good. Highly recommend. So after a quick bite to eat at Bebop's in Ames, just about a mile away from there is just one little last thing that we thought was kind of cool looking. I don't know. It's a stainless steel turkey. It's part of the Iowa Turkey Federation. And there she is. Look at this. Look at that. That is one big stainless steel turkey. All right, so we are in Johnston, Iowa right now, and we are at the site of one of the largest pitchforks in the world. It's 41 feet tall, but we're not going to get out because it's like a private business lot and there's no parking. So Becky's going to get it from out the window.
There it is.
There it is.
That's a big one.
That is a pretty darn big pitchfork. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going to be off to the big city of Des Moines, Iowa. Do you know what the capital of Iowa is, Becky?
Des Moines.
You are correct. That is a good guess.
It kind of led the question.
Yeah. So we are now at a dairy at 2420 East University Avenue in Des Moines.
It's Anderson Erickson Dairy.
There you go. And there is the big city cow and calf right there. And we're kind of on a street here where you're not really supposed to park, so there's a car coming up behind. There he is. So just driving by, we saw this place called Dairy Zone.
An East Side tradition.
East Side tradition. I'll show you the big sign when we get up to it here. But Becky saw a flashing sign that said cherry dipped cones. So we're going to give it a shot.
Yes, because today is all about ice cream.
I think we should dedicate today to ice cream, as every day.
Yes. It's right across the street from that dairy, so we get it fresh.
Yeah, this is the building that has the cows on it.
Yep.
And so yes, they get all their dairy fresh. So here's their sign, Dairy Zone, an East Side tradition. So we're gonna give them a try. We're gonna try their cherry dipped cone. Look at that.
That is a cherry dipped cone right there.
That is a cherry dipped cone. Oh my
Look at
goodness. Look at it.
Turn right on Maple Street.
Oh my goodness. That'll go. So next off of our ice cream stop, which as you can see was very good. Just down to the cone now. We are at the state capitol in Des Moines, Iowa. So there's the Capitol building with its beautiful gold leaf dome. But that's not what I want to show you. So many years ago, the Boy Scouts of America produced 500 mini Statue of Liberties. So the Statue of Liberty, they created 500 mini versions of it, and they placed them all over the United States. Well, one is here at the state capitol building of Iowa, and there's very few of these things left. They're very rare. But I'm going to show it to you. They decided to refab these things, refurbish it, and they used to be kind of a mint green. Well, they've refurbished this one and bleached it out so much that it's almost white. But here it is right here across the street. So there it is, the little mini Statue of Liberty. Let's run across the street real quick. Look at it, it even talks about the Boy Scouts of America. See, I don't make stuff up. With the faith and courage of their forefathers who made possible the freedom of these United States, the Boy Scouts of America dedicate this replica of the Statue of Liberty as a pledge of everlasting fidelity and loyalty. The 40th anniversary crusade to strengthen the arm of liberty. 1950. So 1950 is when they made these things. So look at this. Pretty impressive. So all around the Capitol building, there are other government buildings. You can see one kind of behind that tree line over there. There's one way back there. Courthouses, such, but all government facilities. But there are like major, like pretty good sculptures in front of each one. The only one that I had planned to show you was the Statue of Liberty, but I believe there is a replica right over there. So we'll just drive by that. All right, well, there's a war memorial right over here, and there's a whole thing about the Purple Heart right here, and another war memorial back this way.
This must be their Memorial Park.
I think this is Memorial Park, yeah, because there's all sorts of big memorials out there, way back there. An interesting sculpture right there. I like this one. I don't know who that is, but. So we are now at a public sculpture park, and the main one that I actually wanted to see was this one. It's called Thinker on a Rock. It was inspired, of course, by Rodin's The Thinker, but this one just happens to be a big bunny rabbit. And that one over there is called the Spider. That one there is called Juno. And this is the Thinker on the Rock. And then the one back over there is called Ancient Forest. It looks like a horse. But yeah, check this out, man. These are pretty darn cool. So we'll walk around this park and check out some of these sculptures. Yeah, this is like the Invisible Man. It's just like an overcoat. She's pretty cool. It's called In the Morning. This one over here doesn't have a plaque. So these, you definitely got to view them from the right way, Becky said. And yeah, this one's like the front one. Yeah, this one's kind of creepy. But I like the other one here. Yeah. It's like, hey, what's going on back there? And then they got this like white tree right here. These are neat. I like this one. Look at it. These are all the. Looks like the transporter room in Star Trek. Oh, yeah, it's got like a little light that will go on at night. Yeah, this is kind of cool. This one here is called the Alphabet Man. Because if you look closely, he's made up of the alphabet.
There he's up.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
Trish
darn
will climb on the sculpture.
cool. This was untitled and given the unofficial name of 3 dancing figures. So Vivi,
What?
you know what the Beatles always say. All you need is...
Love.
There it is. Oh,
Back of snowman black.
back of snowman, white, back of snowman, black. All right, cool. Interesting. Okay, so that sculpture park is 2 blocks that way. We came up this way and went around just so we could see the world's largest garden trowel. And there it is. It's quite impressive. Okay, so this is like a local union shop for plumbers. But look at it, it's giant hands, and they got these huge pipe wrenches, and it looks like local union 33. But man, those things are huge. And you can see the tractor going in between them over there, so, or behind there. They're doing some road work on the other side. That's why I couldn't pull in that way. That is quite impressive. Okay, so this was actually what we actually did come to see. The painting, American Gothic, which hangs in the Art Institute of Chicago, it was painted by Grant Wood. A lot of people don't realize that the house that it was in the background is a real place. So here's the actual painting. Okay, so there is this place called the American Gothic House Center. And of course, there's for photo ops, you can get your picture taken with them. But across the street, this is the visitor center. It's closed right now because of all the coronavirus stuff. But dun dun dun, there's the house right there that is in the painting. So here at the park, they do talk about the artist Grant Wood. I want to reach everyday people, not just the art critics of the world, he says. So, but here he is in 1920. And here he is with one of his paintings, Arbor Day, in 1932 or so. And Grant Wood's impact, teaching art to others. And we can make our own American Gothic parody. Now, unfortunately, costumes, the glasses, and the hay forks are available to be borrowed at the center, but the center is closed, so unfortunately we can't borrow those items, and that's very sad. But we're going to take a picture, Becky and I. Anyway, as being as close as we can.
Vivi's gonna help us out.
Yeah, and Vivi's going to help us out with the picture. How about that? So they tell you actually how to take the picture so you look like it. There is a window, this Gothic style window on the ground, and then you each stand here, and here is that here's that the window on the ground. So Becky stood here, I stood here, and then with that in the background, we got the shot. This is just so cool to me. It's one of my favorite paintings in the Art Institute of Chicago, one of my favorites. And to find out it's a real place and you can come and visit it. The American Gothic House, 1881, donated to the State Historical Society of Iowa by the Carl E. Smith family. Dedicated as a state historic site February 14th, 1991. Man, this is awesome. So it's also listed on the National Register of Historic Places. So definitely one more thing off the bucket list.
Yes, that was definitely something we've been wanting to do.
I've been wanting to do that for years now. So glad I got to see it. Was totally awesome. There it is, way over there in the background. Very cool place. All right, we got a few more things maybe that we can see, but I don't know. It's still a long way home, but we'll see what we can see. Okay, as we come around this corner, there's something on the hill I want you to see. It's a sculpture called Man on a Bench. It was sculpted by a man who actually has no sculpting experience. It took him a couple years to do it, but a lot of people just call him the Big Buddha. And but there he is. Look at that.
I like that he's wearing a mask.
Yeah, and they put a mask on him. That is so cool. So there's the man on the bench, they call him. So right here at Terra Products Company, they have this, but the sun is like right in the way. Let me get on the other side of it. There we go, that's much better. So what this is the largest metal ear of corn. And we are in Iowa City at the Terra Products Company. So, big old loud motorcycle going by. But yeah, so the largest metal ear of corn right here, Iowa City. Okay, so we are pretty much almost out of daylight, and I still had about 15 more things on this list.
Overambitious.
Yes. So we left at 5 o'clock in the morning. The GPS says we will be home at 10:30 p.m. So that was a very, very long day. Just to show you
miles on the speedometer.
Yeah. No. So just to show you guys some stainless steel turkeys and things like that. But
I hope you liked it.
Yeah, but the main thing, like I said, the main thing for this whole trip was to get to the American Gothic house, and which we always wanted to see.
And the frying pan.
And the frying pan too. Yeah, we did want to see. Yeah. That was on your list. So anyway, we're gonna come back in a couple weeks and film the rest of the stuff that we didn't get to see today.
Maybe Emerson will come with us.
Maybe Emerson will come with us, yeah. And there's a lot of stuff, really cool stuff that you guys got to see. So, all right. So if you like what you see, as always, give us a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys next time on Where the heck are the Albans? Bye, everyone.
Bye.